What's up, you blessed people? I pray that all is well on today. So today we're going to talk about prayer for a minute because I see a lot of people saying that God cannot heal. I see a lot of people saying that God cannot heal, especially like children that may have cancer, that may be in St. Jude, in places like that. God can heal all things. No matter what it is, God can heal. But we cannot question why sometimes God don't heal. Like I'm gonna give y'all an example of something that happened that I never told anybody, me and my family. So me and my wife, many years ago, we had a set of twin boys. Okay, they didn't make it. But yet they still had to come out her womb. I still had to look at them and they were not breathing. Don't you think I was mad? Don't you know that I wanted to turn away from God? I was out that time. I was so faithful in church, serving every Sunday, every Wednesday, every time the church doors open, I was faithful in serving God. And then something like that happened, and I prayed and I prayed and I prayed, and my two boys, they still didn't make it. Don't you know that I was mad? But the thing about it is, I knew from experience, I knew from God, I knew that I would see my sons again. If I continue to live what's right and follow God, I knew that I would see them again. See, that's the difference. When you know you're going to see your loved one again, if you go to heaven, see, it makes a difference on how you act in life. Now, I could have turned away from God. I could have been living for the devil. And then I would have died and went to hell. All because that happened. So what I'm saying to you is, a lot of times you are going to pray and it's not going to get answered the way you want to answer it. A lot of times you're going to pray for your loved one and they still going to pass away. But the great thing is, if you can get to them and you can talk to them about Jesus Christ and get them to confess the Lord Jesus Christ, then you know where they are going. So there are thousands, probably millions of people that are turning away from God because they said prayer don't work. Prayer is not going to work on our times. Prayer is a relationship and a communication with God. It's a relationship that you have to build with God. Sometimes you get your prayer answered like that. Sometimes it may take a week, a month, or 2 or 3 months. But everything is on God's time. It is not on our time. So like right now, I'm just going to switch it. Right now, there are people living in their cars. So if you have a car, then you are blessed. Right now, today, there are people that do not have a house to stay in. They got to stay with somebody else. If you got somewhere to stay, then that's a blessing from God. But what the enemy do, he'll put it in our mind that, okay, I'm praying, God will answer me. It ain't no God. God will answer us, but it's not when we want him to answer us. God do everything in his time. And I'm going to say this and I'm going to get off here. Just say like, in 20 minutes, the world ends. But you still stuck with God. Guess where you're going to be when you pass away, when your heart stops? Guess where you're going to be? You're going to be in paradise. But just say right now you give up on God and you walk away from God, and in 20 minutes the world ends. Or your heart stopped in 20 minutes. Guess where you're going to be? I ain't got to tell you where you're going to be. You already know. If you renounce God and you renounce Jesus Christ just because of what you are going through, that would be one of the most dangerous things that you could ever do. Even Jesus talked about it in the Bible. For a person to know God and Jesus and then turn away, Jesus said that person, it just wish that person wouldn't even be born. So you are going to go through things in his life, especially if you are claiming to be a follower of God and Jesus Christ, then you're going to go through stuff. And I rest my case. All right.